Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about how Bitcoin is going to hit 1 million by 2030. Before we start the video, I would request you to please like and subscribe to my channel. So let's start the video. In yesterday's Bitcoin 2022 conference, ARK CEO Cathy Wood said Bitcoin will be hitting 1 million by 2030. Cathy Wood repeated her positive view on Bitcoin this week at Bitcoin 2022 conference in Miami, Florida. The ARK Investment chief executive forecast the crypto will reach 1 million by 2030 in a presentation Thursday. We believe Bitcoin has only just begun, she told CNBC. Institutions are only now catching up to individual in terms of BTC adoption, she explained. In recent weeks, BTC prices have fallen below 43,000 on many occasions and subsequently failed to make meaningful gains. The world's top digital currency dropped to 42,434.90, which is 8.1% down in last 7 days, as per CoinGecko. Cathy would relate the high-level prognosis from her company's Big Idea 2022 during the Miami appearance. This contained the cryptocurrency's lofty price target, which really surprised the audience and users across the world. In terms of background, so Bitcoin 2022 Miami is the world's largest gathering of crypto intellectuals and entrepreneurs. It is being held from April 6 to 9 at Miami Beach Convention Center and has already attracted more than 35,000 participants and over 7 million live stream watches across the globe. According to Wood, Bitcoin is the world's first open source, private digital rules based monetary system. It is a pretty big notion, the investor said. The future is bright. She was joined by MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor, another crypto proponent. So let's look into what Cathy Wood and Michael Saylor said on the conference.
I think we've made enormous progress. 18 months ago, MicroStrategy bought $250 million of Bitcoin. People thought we were crazy. And everybody said, "Well, you bought it. You're not gonna buy any more. And when are you going to sell it?" And then it promptly traded down, and we were down $50 million, and people were dancing on my grave, gleefully speculating about when the board of directors were going to fire me. And then we finished a Dutch auction, and we bought 175 million more, and I thought, well, I got it 20% cheaper, why wouldn't I? And then people thought, well, you're going to stop. And then we didn't stop. And then Square, now Block, bought Bitcoin. And then Tesla bought Bitcoin. And we bought more Bitcoin. We're up to 6 billion Bitcoin. By the way, if you want to turn 250 million into 6 billion, buy Bitcoin. Don't buy gold.
There's no index. They're not in my index. So, this would be very risky to get involved. This is a new asset class, and we don't even know what the regulations are. So we're seeing a lot of pushback still that way. But as many of you may know, in our Big Ideas 2022, which is at ARK-invest.com, we have a price target in 2030 for Bitcoin of more than $1 million per Bitcoin. And yeah, see, even you can't believe it. I expected a big roaring no, and if you go in and you'll see how we build that case.
So let's see a bit of background of what Cathy Wood ARK Investment is. So she has like multiple ETFs. So once you will click here, so it's ARK Innovation ETF, ARK Next Generation Internet ETF, ARK FinTech, etc. So if we click on our ETFs, so it will give you like multiple names. ARK Innovation ETF. I am part of this particular ETF. So let's click on this. So if you click on holdings, yeah. So this will give you a full detailed list of what companies ARK ETF funds hold. So let's go into a bit of detail. So Tesla is there, then your Zoom, Roku, Coinbase, Unity Software, some etc. And these are our top-notch companies, and their market capitalization mostly is 91% is from North America. Now, the good thing about this particular ETF is you are not investing in one company. So, your portfolio, let's say if I invest $100, so that $100 will be distributed in these companies. ETF funds are much safer than, let's say, in the longer run, because let's suppose if one sector is not performing well, the other sector will surely do, and there is a generic profit which you will be getting by end of the year. Another good news for Bitcoin or crypto traders will be, as you guys know, that there are news that inflation is going to hit the market soon, which will badly damage your housing market or shares market. So Bank of America strategist warns recession shock is coming. Analyst says crypto could outperform bonds. So when inflation occurs, it damages your economy, and bonds in terms of interest rate goes up very high. The housing market drops. So as you know, when interest rate goes up, so currently there is no concept of interest rates as in cryptocurrency. So what I'm seeing is most of the people are going to use Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. An important advice which I would like to give to all of the users is, if you see such news by one of the big investors, so as she's saying like it can hit 1 million by 2030, so I would highly encourage you to do your, let's say, spot trading in BTC pairs. So taking an example, let's say if you are sitting on Binance or if you're sitting on any exchange like Qcoin or MEXC, whenever you are trying to do a spot trade, and whoever mentor you are following, and whenever you are getting a signal, try to buy that pair in BTC, not USD or not BUSD. The reason why I'm saying is, remember, Bitcoin is the biggest currency in terms of crypto cap, and if it is going to hit 1 million by 2030, so try to do your pairing in BTC. That way, whatever profit you are making, so it will increase your Bitcoin. So imagine if you start with, let's say, $100 or maybe $1,000 in Bitcoin in a BTC pair. So you have to make sure that you keep on increasing it. So try to turn that 1,000 into 30,000, 40,000. So by end of a year or maybe next 2 years, you should have at least one Bitcoin. And this is the strategy which I started to follow recently, because earlier I was making silly mistake. I was trading all of my pairs in USDT. It used to give a momentary profit, but on the other hand, so what I'm losing is, Bitcoin like fluctuates much. You don't know. So currently, let's say it is at 44. You don't know how soon it can go to 60 or maybe 70K. So try to put your shoes in Bitcoin, so that whatever trade pair you are buying or selling, try to buy it in BTC pair. A bit of background how inflation is good for cryptocurrencies. Bank of America's chief investment strategist has warned the US economy could feel some economic shocks. In recent times, inflation in the United States has run ramp, and Fed has felt the need to step in manage the issue. On March 16, the US Federal Reserve raised the benchmark bank rate for the first time since 2018. So this is post-pandemic, and central bank expects six more increases in the year. So if the interest rate keeps on increasing in the US, so inflation is going to occur, and most of the companies, as you know, they have already started to accept like cryptocurrencies in form of BTC or Ethereum, which are the stable coins. And of course, mortgage rates will rise because automatically your interest rates will go up. And of course, your mortgage rates will also go high, because the moment interest rates are high, so the mortgage price will go up because you are paying principal amount plus interest. So imagine initially you were paying, let's say, maybe 2200 a month. Now that could easily jump up to maybe 2800 a month if there are 6 points of increasing in the interest. Inflation could also target your transport stocks. because most of the people, whenever they are buying cars, so only maybe 1 or 2% are buying car on full cash. Most of the people are going for like personal loans or banking loans. So remember, house mortgage is much cheaper when you are going for a personal loan or a car loan. So they charge you around 5% or maybe a bit more depending on your bank. If inflation goes more, that interest rate will also jump high and your car prices will go low. That would badly impact maybe Tesla stock or some other stocks. Now, a bit of news which I wanted to share for crypto holders is, so you can see this particular news. Cathy Wood's ARK Invest sells 205 millions in Tesla stocks, buy crypto, gaming and streaming shares. The good thing about crypto now is, so most of the value of bitcoins is going to most of your bitcoins are basically going to big investors like Cathy Wood and some big top-notch investors. This means this currency is going to stay long because when a currency is being backed by big investors like Elon Musk, then Cathy Wood and Warren Buffett, so this gives you an idea or vision that this thing is going to stay for long. So still, I believe this is not a bad time to jump your shoes in crypto and buy like one Bitcoin at least. But that doesn't mean that your stock market is going out of the way. Stock market will stay as it is, but from all of the investors' point of view, they are more bendy towards, let's say, like crypto market because I think that is going to be future, and that is the system which is going to replace your banking sector. So Cathy Wood like recently sold 205 millions in Tesla. That hit a bit on like Tesla shares. But if you see, she's buying mostly in crypto gaming and streaming shares. So the reason why, if you look into my previous video, which I will leave the link on the top, so there are multiple shares which will give you high ETFs. And talking about metaverse, so let's say your Nvidia, Disney, and some EB games. So these are the companies which are future in terms of stock market because the more of the products which they launch in metaverse, there are high chances of them increasing in future. I recently created a video for Coca-Cola where they launched their drink in metaverse in like Fortnite, and that's how you will see most of the products in future being launched in metaverse like portfolio. Now there was a funny comment from one of my users the other day about that Coca-Cola thing, that can we taste it and does it give you a burps too? So I can definitely say no because I haven't experienced that particular part yet because it's not launched in Australia and the physical version of the drink is going to be launched in the US on May 2nd. But in future, as technology grows and most of the people will devise equipments in terms of AR, so even you can feel shocks or in terms of holograms, so you will be physically able to touch a person, get that feeling from your loved ones. So that technology is in progress and it is getting developed. So guys, that's it from today's video. So please stay tuned for updates on stocks, crypto, and interesting news. And please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.